Hey, Leanne, thanks for today's conversation. One of the things that I think will be very, very helpful in dealing with some of these fuzzy, ambiguous situations is to recognize that there can be a tendency for people in these situations to have very binary thinking, very, very either or. Here's what I mean. In these kind of fuzzy or uncertain situations, you look at today's politics, for example. You're either this party or you're that party. You either support this person or you support that person. And it's very good on things like social media, but it's very bad in the real world when you're trying to get stuff done. So binary thinking is it's either no or it's yes. It's red or it's blue. It's all or it's nothing. It is sloppy or it is perfect. And of course, nothing is ever 0 or 100. There's a spectrum here. And in that spectrum is where we are going to find solutions. So one way to eat the elephant one bite at a time, and instead of going from 0 to 100, you go step by step. So actually, let me put this in a different color. Step by step, eat the elephant one bite at a time is a way to create a solution. Certainly saying we're at doing nothing now, and in 30 days we're going to go to 100, people are going to naturally push back and say, well, I got a lot to do. I don't have time to do X, Y, and Z. I've got other priorities. So step by step can be a way to eat the elephant one bite at a time and reduce the pain level, and also give you some off ramps if you decide that things aren't going the way that you had hoped. Maybe this solution isn't as good as you thought it might be. Another approach to create a third option is a pilot. So, hey, we want to implement this idea, this system, this platform. We're not ready to do it company wide. So we want to work the bugs out in this pilot, and we'll convey the results of the pilot, and we'll decide what next steps that we want to take as an organization. Yet another approach could be a hybrid or a blended approach. So instead of the entire company going from 0 to 100 and a very specific 100, the hybrid approach might be we need to do a better job of tying performance to goals. And we're going to do a pilot that's going to use this particular platform. If you don't want to do that pilot or use that particular platform because of whatever frictions, well, you do you. You decide what method you're going to use to tie goals to performance. And just brief me and Trevor on how you're going to do this. So we know that at least across the company, that there's a sufficient level of rigor when we tie bonuses. And if we don't want to do that, maybe we just don't give bonuses, for example. So those are some ways to go with hybrid or blended, you do you sort of solutions that get you further down the road from 0, even if it's not quite the absolute perfect solution, it's getting you further than we are today. Now, another way to get away from either or, yes, no, very binary solutions is synthesis. So a synthesis essentially says it's not yes and it's not no. A synthesis is we're going to create something different that takes maybe the best parts of yes and the best parts of no and creates a new thing. So instead of 0 or 100, maybe this is 10 squared, for example. So those are some ways to reduce binary thinking and be able to come up with options 3, 4, or 5, for example, which then with that sort of range, it's going to give the company greater flexibility. It's going to reduce your frustration, and it's going to move things down the road that currently are stuck So I would just invite you to consider those, and we can talk more about that next week.